Steroids. Let's talk about steroids. Hi, my name is Seth. I'm a personal trainer and a former bodybuilder. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the use, legality, history, and of course, the side effects of steroids. I'm 38 years old and I started lifting when I was 15. These are my recent blood works. My testosterone levels are within the normal range. Steroids were mainly produced to increase physical strength. When we're talking about steroids in reference to physical fitness, we're talking about anabolic androgenic steroids. They are a diverse range of testosterone derivatives, gonadotropin, and selective estrogen receptor modulators, which have direct or indirect androgenic effect in our body. Currently, around 1 to 5% of population worldwide is dependent on synthetic anabolic steroids. Steroids do increase muscle size and physical strength. They do prepare an athlete to put up a show for thousands and millions of fans. If you look into the history of professional athletics, you will find that not only bodybuilders and powerlifters have used steroids, but other athletes like football players, cyclists, swimmers, bobsledders, cross country skiers, sprinters, shot putters, water polo players, javelin throwers, cricketers, rugby players, boxers, and even current Palace Olympic 2024 is seeing athletes being disqualified for the use of banned substances. But whenever steroids are mentioned, bodybuilders' image pop into our minds. This is probably because steroids have become a unique selling point for bodybuilding. Every business has a unique selling point. Of all the sports out there, bodybuilding is one of those sports that has not banned use of anabolics among its competitors. This makes bodybuilding a very unique sport. The history of steroids runs like this. A German chemist, Adolf Butenandt, received Nobel Prize in 1939 for being able to produce pure male sex hormone, testosterone, for the first time. It was called androsterone. He had already published his work in 1935. Estrogen was isolated around the same time in North America and Germany in 1929. But if you dig deeper, you'll find that in 1870s, a physician named Charles Edward Brown Secord was experimenting with testicular extracts from dogs and guinea pigs and injecting them into other animals and himself too. He was 72 years old and reported having endurance and strength of his younger years. His work inspired widespread usage of testicular extracts all over Europe and in North America. Scientific research and establishment of scientific fact always follow the discovery and usage of the chemical. So we can say that humans have been using anabolics from 1800s. Steroids are not a new thing, but their widespread usage these days is a new thing. It was really in 1940s when steroids became popular in sports to improve athletic performance. After the award of Nobel Prize to Adolf Butenandt, many books on male sex hormones were written by academics and writers of that time. For instance, a book, The Male Hormone, became very popular in 1945, written by a renowned microbiologist, Paul de Kruif. During 40s, 50s, and 60s, athletes abused steroids. In 70s, professional sports started banning steroids for their undue advantage to some athletes over others. In America, Congress passed Anabolic Steroids Control Act in 1990, making it a controlled substance. Testosterone were discovered for rejuvenation among men. But as George Bernard Shaw said sarcastically, that science can never solve one problem without raising 10 more problems. So we have multiple side effects of steroids, and a number of studies and researches are available to verify them. Here are some side effects of steroids based on hard facts. The facts that can be found in all medical books and literature in almost all medical colleges and universities. Stunted growth. You grow taller in height and wider on your shoulders because of long bones of your body. These bones have epiphyseal plates that add length to the bones under the influence of human growth hormone released by your body. When you're a teenager, your body releases a lot of anabolic steroids, including testosterone. Testosterone is also converted into estrogen, which is responsible for the closure of these epiphyseal plates. Once closed, the bones do not grow any further and you stop growing in height. The release of estrogen among women is one of the reasons they stop growing earlier than boys. The use of testosterone will increase the estrogen level in your body, and the result is stunted growth. The body never reaches its full natural growth potential if steroids are used. Deepening of voice. In presence of testosterone, your larynx grows. Your vocal cords grow longer and thicker. Cavities in the sinuses and face in general grow bigger. More space is available for the voice to echo, and the result is deeper voice. Almost all men have their voice deepened after puberty, but women do not experience that because of low levels of testosterone within their body. Among men, this change is irreversible. In light of this fact, we can say that certain level of testosterone will trigger deepening of voice among women if they use steroids, and this effect will be irreversible. Enlargement of clitoris among women. This effect is also permanent, which is verified by the fact that hormone therapy is a preoperative procedure for metodioplasty. Metodioplasty is a method of constructing a new penis from vagina during genital surgery to change gender from female to male. The hormone therapy helps make the clitoris big enough to provide for the tissue needed to construct a penis. Apart from these, other side effects backed by research are enlargement of heart muscles, liver tumors, increased aggression and violent behavior, hair loss, hirsutism, acne. The list goes on and on. These effects are there because of the way steroids work in our body. Anabolic steroids work by mediating androgen receptors on X chromosomes of the cells. These receptors are present not only in the muscle, but also in bones, prostate, and adipose tissue. They are also present in reproductive, cardiovascular, immune, neural, and hematopoietic systems. Whenever these androgen receptors are mediated, there will be some effect in the tissue where these receptors are present. When it comes to administration of steroids, they can be taken orally, applied to skin on the thighs, through patches and pellets under the skin. However, the most popular method has been to inject directly into the muscle in hope to get maximum benefits. Steroids are illegal. In Canada and US, they are controlled substances, which means their manufacture, import, export, and selling requires a special permission from the government. They're also prescription drugs, which means you cannot possess, buy, or use them without the prescription of a qualified doctor. So be careful and be safe. Now here's my favorite part of the video, talking to people. In the gym I go to every day, I ask people's perspective on steroids, and here's what they had to say. So what's your name?
Victor.
Posing is really good. Do you want to pursue bodybuilding?
Of course, that's my overall dream.
That's your overall dream. You know that in bodybuilding, a lot of people use steroids and drugs. What do you think of that?
I feel like they're just doing that for like enhancement, just for the next level if it's their way of pursuing it, right? For me, like and personally, I wouldn't go into like drugs and steroids and stuff because I want to do it in a legal way, because that's what my parents taught me. And steroid has like really bad long-term run and I just don't really like it at all. I would never touch steroid in my whole life, I promise.
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Zach.
Have you ever used steroids before?
Never in my life. Not even TRT, pills, just natural, natty.
And what do you think of especially young ones who are taking steroids in the gym and just because they want to look big and lift more? What do you think of that?
I think they're cheating, and it's not the way to go. If you're in competition and trying to be a bodybuilder, I guess that's the right parameter to go through. But being a young guy, you're just wasting your potential. Rage and all that is going to mess with your hormones. You're going to be in a hormonal imbalance usually because you're always raging, and it's not good for your hormones. Your immune system breaks down easy because you're taking a lot of synthetic drugs, which shouldn't go in your system. Should just be natural. Take creatine, pre-workout, any natural source as much as possible. But yeah, I think the young guys, they just want to cheat just to be like those influencers.
Hi, what's your name?
Alex.
Have you ever taken steroids, anabolic hormones?
No, I have not, no.
Do you have any plans to take it?
Never. I would never do that. I feel like it's cheating.
What if you go to the doctor and he qualifies you for hormonal therapy? Would you take it?
I didn't even know doctors. Is that how they get it? Like doctors qualify somebody? I still wouldn't do it. No, never.
Okay. And what do you say about all around the world in the gyms where kids, teenagers, they're using steroids just to be competitive in bodybuilding or some other sports? What do you think of that?
Oh, I feel like as a man in general, I feel like that's straight cheating, and you wouldn't feel that you earned it. You know what I mean? So that's a main reason why I just wouldn't feel good inside, straight up. And that's why I also think that other people shouldn't do it probably too. Yeah.
Hi, what's your name?
Justin,
Justin. How old are you?
17.
And how long have you been training?
Around a year now.
What do you know about steroids?
Honestly, not much, but I know it makes you look older. I know not to take it, so.
Do you watch YouTube videos on steroids and everything?
Yeah, sometimes it's all over the internet nowadays. So.
So you want to put on muscle, like look bigger when you're walking around in the middle of the night and nobody wants to fuck with you. You want to look like that?
Yeah, I do. That is the goal. Yeah.
So if you need steroids in future, would you take it?
No, I don't think so. Working out is more like about health, so I don't think I would take steroids. No.
You know about the risk.
Yeah, I do understand the risks.
Hi, what's your name?
Darren,
How old are you?
17.
How long have you been training?
A year and 6 months.
And what do you know about steroids?
I know it's stem cells and anabolics that trigger your mind into growing more muscle, and it's growth hormone.
In future, if you need steroids, would you take them?
No. Well, they do definitely make you look older, and they're going to give you acne, to have heart problems, increased risk of cancer. It's just not good for you in general.
It seems like you're more concerned with acne than others.
No.
You want to look good to girls, right?
For sure.
I wish you luck. Hi, what's your name?
Shivam. I'm 17.
You know about steroids, do you?
Yeah. I mean, obviously people can do like whatever they want, but I feel like people don't understand how unhealthy it is or something like that.
In future, if you need it, would you do steroids?
I mean, in the future, if I like take bodybuilding more seriously, then probably, but I don't plan to like take any right now.
Of course, you're 17 and you cannot take steroids. You know that.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you like fitness content, subscribe to this channel.